Hello and welcome to ImageTrend Elite Training. This is going to be a guide to help you get started in your new EMS reporting software. There are going to be two different websites that you're going to need to use on a regular basis. The first one is going to be known as the yellow sign-in, which is going to be your online version. This will be used on desktop computers at the station. Your second website is going to be the field version, which is also the blue sign-in. Blue sign-in will be used on EMS reporting tablets for both engine and medic. Let's get started with the yellow sign-in first. Enter in your first initial and last name, followed by a password of capital W, as in for welcome 1. So it's going to be capital W, welcome 1. Is your initial password, and click sign in. You will be greeted with a data privacy statement that it must be accepted. And it doesn't show it on my screen, but at this point in time you'll be asked to change your password. Make sure that you remember this password. If you for some reason do forget your password, you'll be able to use the forgot password and it will connect to your department email that you have on file. Once you've signed in, go over to your name in the top right hand corner, click it, and then click on Account. After the page loads, you're going to want to go to Challenge Questions. In order for us to be compliant with the state and be able to do paperless narcotics, we have to have challenge questions that we're going to use that at the end of the report are going to validate that you were the person who gave the medication or you were the person who witnessed the medication being given. You're going to need to select 15 different questions and then select your answer for those questions. It has been brought up that the easiest system to remember is no matter what question you are asked is to use the same answer. When validating your runs for narcotics, you'll be asked 2 of these questions during that time period. Once you have completed this, go to the back to the top and click on Save. At that point, you can click on your name again and log out. Switching over to the field version, which is going to be again the blue login, you'll enter your username, your first initial, last name, with the new password that you have just entered. Click Sign In. Each time you log in, you'll see as it is in the center of the screen, the Elite Field version requires an internet connection initially to download any changes or updates that have happened since it has signed in previously. On the left-hand side, you will notice that there are crew members already in the run, or in the run screen. These crew members could be left over from the last shift. Crew members do not get deleted just because of logging out or another person logging in. This information on the instance side on the left stays there the whole time unless changed by the user. Therefore, if you need to change crews, click on Remove and remove the crew that you need to. At that point, you can add, or click Add, find the crew member that you wish to add, and the position that they're going to be in. Keep doing this until you have your crew established. Below the crew is the unit and shift. This should stay the same usually, unless we're switching vehicles or tablets. Again, your vehicle, your crew, your unit number. So again, Choose your unit number, and OK. And scroll down to the medical device. Again, if not changing vehicle or tablets, this is all going to remain the same. From this point, you can create a new incident. This is the main screen that you will enter most of the data for 90% of your runs. This information contained on this sheet will allow you to quickly enter key information pertinent to most runs. The way this works is very similar to Rescue Medic in that instead of having tabs across the top, the tabs are down the left-hand side. We're going to go over setting up a initial run. Unlike Rescue Medic, you will not receive any tickets. You must open the program or have it running and then create a new incident, as we just did. From that point, we can go up to the top to the blue buttons to the CAD. Clicking on CAD will bring up a list of all available runs within the time period specified at the top. Find your vehicle, find your run, and download it. It will not show that anything has actually changed, except for the fact when we come up to times, you'll see that all the times for this run are now populated. The way this form is set up is that we put a couple things in that are needed rather quickly and usually are a determination if it's a stay and play or load and go. Therefore, as soon as you get to the patient, you can click arrival time and it will populate that information. As you can tell, this run happened at a different time, so therefore it's showing an error that the time is not consistent within the run. That would have to be changed. During your run, this would not happen. The incident patient disposition is going to be determining, are we staying with this patient? Is the patient not a patient? Are we canceled en route? Is the lift assist? Again, we have many options to choose from. This will be a key factor determining what is required in this report or not. Again, we're going to choose the patient transported, which you'll notice all of the fields turn red, meaning that they need more information. Yet the CAD field, which we imported, is blue. It has been satisfied. If we change the disposition to a canceled, now all of the patient information on the left is turned blue, is not required. We'll go back to the patient treated and transported. To make it easier, we have added a Find Repeat Patient button. This will be helpful in the future. Unfortunately, due to switching programs between Rescue Medic and ImageTrend, we will not be carrying over any of the patient information for patients we've seen already. So this button initially will not be very useful, but as we build repeat customers, that will change. To show an example of how this will work, you can type in just a few characters. The more information you get put into this form, the tighter the search will be. But again, if we want to do a general search, we can go this route, and we're going to find that Timmy Henderson is one of the patients that has been already entered in the system. We can select them on the right-hand side. And as soon as we select this patient, now the patient information has been completed. And as we come down through the list, we can see that Timmy Henderson, his date of birth, age, estimated body weight. Again, these variables will be there from the last time they were inputted. So therefore, if things have changed, you just need to verify the information instead of having to recreate it. Down towards the bottom, you're going to find Social Security, address, patient complaints, meds, allergies. If for some reason you happen to have a second patient, again, this patient their name is listed on this report here. You'd be able to click to add another patient to the report. Again, a motor vehicle accident or multiple checkoffs. As you go through each of these, you'll notice that sublevels may have been filled out already. The allergies were defaulted to none, so therefore there wasn't any. But patient past history, there's additional questions that are needing to be answered. Continue on down through all of the necessary fields. One nice feature is spell check is actually included in this version. As you can see, as you type, just like in a word processor, the value that is incorrect will show up as underlined in red. Simply right click and correct. As we go down through, you'll have your destinations. All hospitals within the Franklin County area and some surroundings are entered. And then down to signatures. Signatures, we do require under this new program that the patient's signature or a refusal is placed for every patient, as well as both or at least two primary care providers need to sign as well. The goal of this is to get your validation score up to 100. Once the score is above 90, you'll be able to post it to the cloud, which will be taking it off of this device. Less than 90, you will not be able to post. At this point in time, we're going to stop this video and pick up on part 2.